For this tutorial, I am going to use this new release from this gorgeous Once Upon Springtime Deluxe Collector Edition. This is so beautiful, and I am so glad it is back again. Well, the papers that I choose to make this project are Woodland Fantasy, this side, Tiny Treasures, this side, Flight of Fancy, this side, and from what Once Upon a Springtime Cut Apart, I choose the card. It was here, which is this one. I just cut it with my knife, and that's it. Okay, and I am planning to use maybe one chipboard and one of the sticker sheet, because you will get all of this, the paper pad with two of the each one of the beautiful papers, and two sheets of the stickers, as well as one of the chipboard pieces. Also, I am planning to use some of these matte pearl gems, one of these gorgeous metal charm clips, and one I'm in love of this metal handle set. I'm planning to use this one. And with this large tag ATC tag flower metal dies, I already cut. Here I have this beauty, and I just cut some of the shapes. The little one, I cut this twice, I think. Yes, twice. Three of these and one of these, which are these are 3 times, and the little one 2 times. Okay, because I want to make one flower, the pop-up is going to be on the front. So also with leftover paper, I cut out this, and I cut out this one. And I am planning also to use one of these decorative metal clocks, which are so pretty. And because this box is going to have inside a tiny mini album, I am going to be cutting with this policy and decorative dies, with the policy die, and of course with this tiny circle. I will cut, I am maybe 4 or 5 envelopes to make a little album to put inside of this box. So I will move this, and I will tell you the measurements. To make the outside of the box, we will need a piece of cardstock. This is about 240 grams, and this measure 10 3/4 by 5. And with the 10 3/4 in this way on my scoring board, I already scored at 1 1/4, 4 3/4, 6 and 9 1/2. Now, in one of these sides, I am going to cut about 1/16 of an inch, because the idea is to put these pieces, but if that matches perfectly, you don't need to cut it. And I think that I am not going to do it. But before we assemble this, we need to open here a space, and we will do it in a moment. Let me tell you the papers that I choose to decorate the box. The outside of the box, I will be using this, and this is going to be in front, this on the back, one for one side and another for the other side. So for the sides, the measurement is 1 1/8 by 4 7/8, 2 pieces, right? Now for the front and back, these 2 pieces measure 3 3/8 by 4 7/8, And for the inside in the bottom, I choose this paper and also measure 3 3/8 by 4 7/8. Okay, this will be the outside because this is a kind of match box, so we need to add our drawer. And to make the drawer, we need a piece that measure 5 7/8 by 7 3/8, and I just score on each side in this way at 1 1/4. Just score, turn the paper, and again 1 1/4, turn it, and 1 1/4, and again we turn this and 1 1/4. Now, because I want this to fit perfectly in the box, what I am going to do is to mark on each side at 1/16. 1/16. I am going to mark in all the sides 1/16, and I will remove that tiny piece because I prefer to do this before I cut or I assemble all the pieces. In that way we are sure this will be we will be able to put it inside without any troubles. So let me move this. Okay, now I can see here, and you can see it's this tiny going to cut here straight, and then we will cut in an angle a little just to fit this better. And in the opposite side, exactly in the same way, please. And now this will be here, and before we stick these pieces we can check if this is at the same height, because maybe here I need to cut a little bit more. I think this is fine, and in this side I need to cut just an extra, a tiny bit extra here, just almost anything. Okay, and now I can see it is perfect here. You see? Okay, for the interior we need this, which is going to be here on the base, and it measure 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. We need two long pieces that measure 1 1/8 by 4 3/4, and two short that measure 1 1/8 by 3 1/4, which are going to be in this way. And for the outside, I want this paper, and we need two pieces again that measure 1 1/8 by 4 3/4, and two smaller that measure 1 1/8 by 3 1/4, and this will be outside in this way. Okay, so for the mechanisms for the pop-up, we need now this piece that measure 5 3/4 by 1.5, and in this long side I already scored at 3/4. This is 2 7/8 and 5. Okay, and this piece, it's going to be in this way, in this way, and then this in this way. We need this shape. Okay, and I already cut an extra piece just to cover and decorate, and this measure 1 3/8 by 2, and this will be here in this side. Okay, and the piece that is going to pop up, I need one piece of cardstock that measure 3 1/4 by 4, and the paper measure 3 3/16 by 3 15/16. This will be on top. Then I am going to add this and some decoration with the greenery and the flowers. So the first thing we need to do is to assemble this, but we need to cut this a little bit. Here we need to open a window. Okay, we are going to make some marks here. We want to open a window, and in one of these sides I am going to make my marks in the inside, so these creased lines will help a lot. And now we are going to mark 1 inch from each side to the center. 1 inch. From the top and the bottom we will mark at 3/4 on each one of these sides. Okay, 3/4 and 3/4. I can remove this piece, and one of these is going to be here. So to align it, what we can do is to use some clips to hold it on place, because now we need to make a mark in the back side, and we just need to align these two pieces on place. I mean this piece, not two pieces. And now we just can mark here with our pencil. In this way we have here our marks, and I am going to move away maybe 1/16 those marks to leave a frame, a little frame with the cardstock on the back. I hope you can see here, this was the first mark, and now I just open it to the outside edges a little bit. Okay, and now I am going to cut on that mark. Now this piece should be fitting here, you see, and we have a tiny frame below. Okay, now we can assemble everything, and You need to decide which is going to be your up and your up side, because we are going to add a magnet on top of this piece. So this needs to be close to this. And now this piece, it's going to be behind. We can start assembling the drawer, and before I stick everything, I want to be sure this will fit without any problems. So just to give me an idea, I will try to put it inside and it fits nicely. Okay, so it's time to stick all of these pieces. You see, now all the inside, well, we have the back side but not the front side yet, and in the outside we have the long sides, the front but not the back. Why? Now we need to work, we need to leave these pieces here, and we need to work with this piece. This piece, when we put the drawer inside, this piece, it's going to be stick here. Let me show you, in this space, like so. And this will be attached to the back of the drawer, but that's why I want to cover here with this tiny paper, just to decorate, because this is a leftover, so we can decorate that piece. But I am almost forgetting. We need to add our handle pull to the drawer first. So let me put this piece here. You see, this is coming in this way, and this is the mountain. I'm going to use this chipboard piece to decorate a little bit my drawer, front drawer, but I just want to sand a little bit here first, because this has already a hole here. So we need to remove this piece to check perfectly where we are going to add our handle, like here. So I am going to use my crocodile now to open the hole here, and I think the small it's going to be fine. Add this piece here, and what we can do also is to stick this piece first and then open the hole to the back. In that way this will be more secure. So we will try to center this chipboard. You want to add some glue in the handle, which I am going to use, but because this is metal, a metal piece, I am going to use something more strong. I always like to put something strong on the metal pieces also, just to be sure it will be perfectly stick. Now we can put here our brads. Let's see, where is this? Now we can cover this inside here now with our fingers, because I am not able to use now my bone folder here. And always remember where is the top side, okay? That's something really important. Now you can see this slides perfectly. Okay, now we are ready to assemble this. And remember, my magnet is here, so I can open this a little bit, and I will be adding the glue in this flap, in this one, in this side. Remember, I have here on the top this paper. First, you need to be sure this is completely stick here, okay? It's better. And now we are going to add in this flap, but not here, underneath, okay? Because this will be on the back of the drawer. Outside the drawer, of course, on the back. Now you can see here, this is scratching with the paper. Well, the best is to try to put this side a little bit up, and that's it. Now we need to attach this piece here, and we will try to center it perfectly here. Now here is my magnet in this part, so I think I will move it a little bit to the top. So we need to add glue here in all this surface. You can see how gorgeous, but that's what I wanted to add the magnet, because now this will be flat. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but now the magnet is going to catch the other one, and we can cover it with this beautiful paper. Now we need to cover this piece like so. If you want, now you can decorate here in the way that you want. So I will be adding this more to the left side, because I want to add some flower in the right side. Oh, this is so cute. So remember, this will be opening like so. Okay, be sure everything stick properly, and we need to be careful where to add the decoration, because this needs to be free to open here. Okay, so I think I will be adding this here, but with some greenery on the back, and I am going to cut down this piece in some small pieces. I am thinking to add an extra paper here because these are strong magnets, so maybe with an extra piece of paper on the back. This was the leftover from this window, so I am going to measure here how much I am going to cut, because I think it will be working better because it's a strong magnet. Okay, I just cut to the side to fit there. Of course, it's not going to cover all the surface because we have the pop-up element in there also, but it will be not only prettiest in the back, but hopefully this will oh, this is so cute, you see. And now we can fit inside some mini album, some candies, whatever you want to give away, you can put it inside. Okay, this is almost finished, but I am really worried about this because when I pull the drawer, I don't want to tear here. So what I did is I took this, this is from the sticker sheet. I just put a piece of this paper on the back, and then I put the thin chipboard, and I covered the top side with the cardstock. Now I will be sticking this, but not on top of the magnet, just a little bit above of that, okay? And that is going to be the best solution because I don't want to tear the paper here. Now we just need to center this a little bit here, and I will see if this closes properly here. I think this is centered now. You can see the difference, and I like it because this is also a beautiful embellishment. And now I want to show you the mini album that I made to put inside. Also, another thing, I added one of the chipboard pieces here, and from the box, that's it. Let's be sure this is stick completely, and now you can see how easy it's to open it. And I am not moving this side to the front. Now, how I made this cute little mini album? Well, I made, for the sheets, I made 5 of the policy, no, let me see, yes, policy envelopes like this one. I made 5 with different papers, and what I did here, I joined all the papers with this tiny flap. This was my hinge to join it to the cover here, to the previous envelope. You can see here all of them, and now here in this flap I just add a piece of cardstock in the back and a piece of the paper on the front, and these are good places to add picture here and here. And also we have here this pocket, so we can add here some tag or something that you want to add. And there are 5 of those. And then I just cut a cardstock also to make in one piece that measure here 3 inches. I am not sure, but I think yes, this is 3 inches, yes, by 4 1/8, 4 1/8, and 1/4 of an inch. So I cut the big piece and scored it at 4 1/8, then turn the paper and score it the other side at 4 1/8. And this is so cute. And I use one of these beautiful embellishments. These are new release. Oh, this is so beautiful. And I use this one with the clock because I have another clock here. So now it's easy to close with this string. Just I need to make, and now this cute mini album can be here inside. So thank you so much for joining me in this tutorial. I hope you will try it also, and I will be so happy to see yours. Thank you so much.